He's adopted the orange, and he wears orange almost every day now. So.
George, what's it like being, I know you don't have anything to compare it to, but being a quarterback at Tennessee in this system with Coach Heupel, what he did as a player, and what he's done as a coach? Joey played here, has been in this system. Is there, I guess, is there a standard that you feel like you have to live to because of what they've done, and not just as players, but as coaches, the numbers they put up?
Yeah, for sure. I think the stability of the system is one of the main reasons why I came here. In high school, having 4 different OCs every year, switching the offense up. It wasn't fun for me, and that's one of the reasons why I came here, because I believed in Coach Heupel's plan, his system, getting to stack it each year, and super excited.
Got a fun one for you. Who on the team would be your emergency contact?
My emergency contact? Let's see. Probably Deshaun Brame. He always answers the phone. Very quick responder.
All right, and fill in the blank here. I can't trust you if.
I can't trust you if you smack your food really loudly.
Oh my God, I agree with that.
Oh, you did?
I'm sure you've answered this a lot, but how has it been getting to know Joey and him this offseason?
Aguilar? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Joey, he's been great. Very personable guy. He's been there, done that, kind of knows how things work in college football, and just being able to learn from him, also compete with him, push each other. It's been great.
What's maybe the biggest piece of advice he's given you so far?
Piece of advice, I've just been able to see that everybody comes from a different journey. He's got a very unconventional journey to being here at Tennessee, and I think everybody has their different ways, and it can work out many different ways.
You hear Joey talk about most of the guys trying not to lose it instead of going out to win it. When you are going into this competition, you're kind of going in as this true freshman who's like thought of as the third opportunity, right? Does that free you up a little bit just to go and just kind of free will it? I'm not saying just play careless, but at the same time just play with no pressure.
I would say so. I think just competing every day, just the same, trying to be a competitor, with whatever the situation is. But I think also what you said is definitely part of it. I think it's a fun opportunity to be in the competition as a freshman, and just very blessed to be in that position.
You put on 20 plus pounds since you got here.
Yeah.
Where can you tell it? Can you tell it in arm strength? Can you tell it in just your base when you're throwing? Where do you see it?
Yeah, I'm still trying to see it a little bit. I think it's when you're this tall and skinny, it's kind of hard to tell, but I think my velocity has gone up quite a bit, throwing sideline to sideline, as much as we do in our offense. I would say velocity, I think I've gotten faster through the added muscle, so yeah, I'm super excited to get out there and play football again, probably 10 pounds up from the spring game and almost 20 from when I got here. So.
Probably a different level of depth to this offense, but how much has going through that process in high school, learning a new system every year, kind of helped you adjust going into year one here?
Yeah, just always be on the fly. I think I'm used to things, being the first time I've done something like that. I'm used to, changing it up, having to study installs. I think if I would have been in the same offense for 4 years in high school, like most kids, I wouldn't have had to study, the offense every summer. I would have known it and just been able to build on it. But I think in college, no matter what system you're in, you got to study it week in, week out, off season, whenever. And I think it really just taught me to do that and set me up for success.
Where are you in that process? Do you feel like you've already got a really good understanding of things, or is that just always kind of be a work in progress the first couple of years?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. I think X's and O's. I think I've done good at that, but there's a difference between knowing the plays and going and doing it. So I think with experience, it'll grow for sure.
Obviously, every quarterback wants to start, but what do you like about the competition, and how does it make you better?
I think the part of competition that I like is the competition aspect. Always making each other better, pushing. You can't ever take a day off. Even Landry Jones always stresses you can't even take a play off. Even if you're not in, you got to be dialed into what's going on, because if you're not, the other guy will. So.
A lot of people don't know a lot about the receivers you guys have. What would you tell people who maybe have not seen a lot of Mike and Braylon and those guys play? You've got some freshmen behind them. How good can this room be, and what do people need to know about them?
Yeah, I think we've got obviously new faces to the field and to the fans, but I think a lot of talented guys. I think they showed that all spring. They worked hard in the summer. They really put their head down. They got a sense of urgency to them now that they know that it's on them. I think a lot of the young guys really like the receivers in my grade. I think they did a really good job. I think Ra showed it in the spring game. Travis super consistent. obviously college-ready body, stuff like that. And Joe's came in nice. He wasn't able to come during spring, but he's done a really good job since he got here.
George, from the moment you first saw Rodarius playing 7-on-7 to now, how much has he grown? And like, where do you see his game improving and expanding?
Yeah, I think for a guy like Rodarius, the sky's the limit. Kind of came in as a raw talent, and he's working every day. He's worked hard. He's put his head down. I think he's another guy who's already put on 20 pounds, something like that. And we obviously saw that he's a gamer. We got to see that he's a gamer in the spring game. He's my top target, him and Jack. And I think he'll kind of be a guy you can stow it up to, and he's got the odds that he'll come down with it.
You talk about your emergency contact during Deshaun Brame. Do you feel like Deshaun kind of not being able to go through spring the way Jack was, seeing Jack have the success in spring, that was kind of like a push gas here? Like, I mean, you see, because kind of the notion is he's really had a nice summer run.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's a guy that had to battle injuries in high school, had to battle injuries when he got here, and he's just ready to play. Deshaun, he works hard every day. Him and Jack push each other. I think they're going to be a great 1-2 punch together, down the line here. And, emergency contact, on the field, on the phone, whatever. So.
George,